All right. Hello, everyone. So this is the assignment walkthrough for the assignment titled the 3-minute YouTube video submission. I mentioned a few times as you did the YouTube thumbnails, content and thumbnails assignment and the YouTube storyboard assignment that we would eventually be working to create that video. So hopefully you have an idea for the video in mind. And I'm going to go through three options. The first option really quick is this. You can record the video yourself. In other words, you can use your friends and you can like whatever that idea was. If it's something that makes sense to record, if you have the physical product already, if you have like a good way to show off whatever the product or service is, feel free to make the video yourself. However, if you do this, you are required to add you must add text and images to the video using free software such as in Video AI, Canva. So in this case, if you recorded the video, upload it to Canva, and then you can add transitions, you can add text and images. And at the end of this video, I will show a little bit how we can do that. So I'll circle back into Canva. Okay, that's option one. Option one is to actually film. Okay. Option two would be to go to in Video AI, and this is what I imagine that most people are going to use. And I really recommend going with this option and trying this out. This is a really fantastic tool. So I'll go ahead and click into it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and click into it. This is where you will be. I've already created an account, of course. So I'll click login. If you haven't created an account yet, then what will happen is you will get asked a few questions. Like they'll ask like, where did you hear about us? What kind of content would you like to create? But if you don't, it's interesting how they do this. Well, you will get that when you sign up. But when you go and you are logging in, it's interesting. They don't ask you for a password. They only ever just send a login to your email. So I take this and I go copy, and I can go back to, where was that instance? And here we go, and bam. And now I'm in. Okay, so now what this does is we give it a prompt here, and what it's going to do is it's going to search the internet. I think it uses Pexels is the name of the free images, stock images that is, and it looks for stock images and videos, and it will then give you back a video based on what you created, based on your prompt. So in other words, basically what people might go and do in Canva, you can do here, and it will do it with AI and do it very quickly. Now, similar to the similar to making a website with AI, you ought to think of this as a tailored template, because once we get it back, we're going to be able to edit it further. So I am going to create, for sake of time for this video, a very simple prompt, super duper simple. I would use ChatGPT to refine your prompt if you're going to go down this option. But at this point, we've done enough exercises with prompting that be creative here. This is where to be creative, but also think about what you can get out of this. Okay, so and watch this video. So let's see. Create. And now if your video ends up being less than 3 minutes, that's okay. Like if it ends up being like 2 minutes and 25 seconds, that's going to be okay. Okay, if it ends up being like less than 2 minutes, then we might want to regenerate something. But 3 minutes is the goal. But at least, in the ballpark of 2 minutes. Okay, create a 3-minute YouTube video about the best locations on Earth to snorkel. Make fast paced and engaging. The target audience is snorkel and travel enthusiasts. Okay, generate my video. It'll probably ask a couple questions maybe at the very beginning. Then ultimately I'll skip through until the video is ready, in terms of I won't like just let it load while we during this video. So give it maybe a second to see what's going to happen, but probably at this point I'll stop the video and start it when it's generated. So I get prompted to how many minutes, look and feel, and platform. And all of these are perfect. And stock media versus generative media, you could try this. I haven't done it yet, and I don't know much free that you get. This is brand new, so feel free to test with that. But let's go with the traditional stock media for now, and then now it will create it. All right, so we have our tailored video template. The first thing I want to mention here is when I click up here, I can see somewhere view prompt, and I can see the prompt that I gave. And there's only one part that I kind of left out that it would be really good to include in yours. It is the name of your brand, whatever the business is. You want to say the name of the brand and just whatever the brand does, and then what the purpose of this video is for the brand. And then, so in other words, I might have been like, the name of this brand is Best Snorkels, Southwest Florida. And the purpose is we want to sell these snorkels through our online store or whatever it is. And the purpose of this video is to get users to click the links to get to our store. And the content of the video is this, right? This is the content of the video. Okay. That will add some, it will add them mentioning the brand and add some good stuff in your video. Okay, so first of all, I'll just play a couple seconds from a couple random parts here.
All right, fellow ocean lovers, are you ready to level up your snorkeling game? Let's dive right into my ultimate bucket list of the world's most epic underwater destinations. These spots aren't just beautiful, they're absolutely mind-blowing. Hooray. Next up, I'm zipping you over to Hanauma Bay, Hawaii. This place is a snorkeler's
pretty
dream
cool.
come true, but trust me,
Pretty cool. In all these
reefs
shots,
and
it
barely-
gets, again, from the internet. You know, when I first did this, I asked it, this was maybe a year ago or so, maybe a little more than that, and I asked, give me the history of entrepreneurship, starting as early as you can and going all the way to the day. And it began with like hunter-gatherers and like figuring out like trade, and then like all the way up to like, you know, and then currency, and like the Egyptians and the Romans, the Greeks, the Romans, and all the way up to now. And it was, in other words, it was like watching the History Channel. It was like an older man with a British accent. I mean, it really was like the History Channel. And the same thing here. And so in terms of editing this, I go down here and I can do big edits, like make a chapter half as long, it's too wordy, mute all voiceovers, and those are the AI edits, okay? In other words, I could make, let's see.
All right, fellow ocean lovers.
It's a male's voice, I could have it be a female's voice, I could have it be an older voice, I could have it be a British accent, Australian accent, all the different things you want it to be, you could do. Okay, so you can play around with who you want your voiceover to be. And then to edit manually, here's the thing. So we go in and you can edit media, music, scripts, and then more detailed settings. So if we want to edit the script at all, you can see here, and we have all the different edit. Hello, fellow ocean lovers. Are you ready to level up your snorkeling game? You can change any word, click Save Changes, and then it will go back, take a second, and then it will be the word you replaced it with. So it's a really incredible tool, this is. And I really recommend using this option. Okay, and then this is music. This is where you can add music. You could upload your own music or find stock music. But the media, this would be where you can change anything in here. And I used to require that you would have at least your brand logo somewhere in here. And if you don't, that's like, okay. It really is. Maybe the best is for them to mention your brand logo. But the most important thing is to test this tool and see what it can do for you. Okay. But what I also want to show you here is if you are interested, you know, in using this, I keep seeing this generative media, and that's brand new. I was very not expecting it. So definitely play with that. I'm excited to play with that later. But this is where you can actually upload media or find stock media. So if I do upload media, I can upload media here and I can replace it. So I'll actually go ahead and do that real quick. Maybe I won't. I don't think I actually have a good one. What I'll do is I'll find stock images. So I could obviously upload an image, but I can also do, let's do snorkels, snorkeling. And it's gonna give us more snorkeling. Look at all this great stuff. I can pick any one of these. And let's do let's just do something like wacky just to see, Rome, okay? And now I can replace, just because it's completely different, and I can, I can replace, let's do click that, select, and then replace. And then it just replaced it with that. I click apply, save changes. I go back, it's changing the media. Give it a second. and I can press play.
Fellow ocean
and it's gonna
lovers,
go
are you
roam.
ready to level up your snorkeling game? Let's
See, so really cool.
lovers, are you ready to level up your snorkeling?
Yeah, so you can edit it anyway, right? It's really wonderful. And then you get to create a couple free ones for free. But if you run out of free use, then you can create a new account with a new email. Okay. So I click download, and I think, yeah, no watermarks. I think you do get one time like that. No, maybe not. All of those are the gold plan. So I do get 1080p though. That's cool. So continue. And then now you've down eventually, and now it's down, basically it's preparing, and then it's going to ultimately download it. And then when you have it downloaded, you have that file, right? And once you have the file, I'm going to share now how to go into YouTube and do that. So if I go into YouTube, I click create, upload video, and I can just drag the file right into here. Okay. One more time. I go to YouTube, bam. Up here on the right, I'll have create, upload video, select files, and I can either pull it from there or drag it right into here, okay? When I have that file downloaded from InVideo AI. Just takes a second to download, but you watched a few seconds of it, what it looks like, okay? So that's option 2. Again, option 1 was to film, and if you feel inspired to do that, feel welcome to do that. I definitely recommend using InVideo AI, unless, of course, you have inspiration to film. That would be great. But if you do film, do some editing, and I'm about to go into what you would do if you do that. But this is a great option, and that is exactly how you do it. You'd add it to YouTube, you'd add a name for it. When you add your name and everything, you select the file, so I can just actually, I would add it to here, right? Oh, this is perfect, actually. And I can give it the new name here. I would name it something better, right? But submission for, what was the 3-minute YouTube assignment, okay? Okay, and then I go down and you can click next and it will take you to, you have to click no, it's not for kids. Always have to click that. And then video elements checks, all good. Visibility, public. Video elements. Checks. Right here, sorry guys, I skipped something. Tags. This is where you'd add your tags. Snorkel, snorkeling, snorkel in Hawaii, because it did go to Hawaii at one point, right? And you can add more, but again, based on the tags you want to add based on your tags assignment clearly. But you definitely want to add that. I would definitely highly recommend adding that. It would be great to see that. Okay. Checks, visibility, and then definitely set to public. Similar to like the anyone with link can view, needs to be set to public. And then you can publish, and it takes just a few minutes to be live, okay? Probably no time at all. Already live. When it's a short video like that, it's already live. So you're all ready to take this, go back to the assignment, and bam. Not edit, sorry. I wanted to do view a student. And then you're back at the assignment, and you can start the assignment, and bam, that's it. That's all. And the YouTube video is live. It's ready to go. It's public. And that would be for InVideo AI. Now I'm going to take a couple minutes and I'm going to show you some tips in Canva. Should you choose to either go down the route of filming, or or the third option, which would be to do everything that InVideo AI just did, but if you wanted to, if you felt inspired to, do it manually yourself. Now I'm going to show you how it is that you can do essentially what InVideo AI just did, but you get to be more creative here. Not more creative, you get to be more intimate with your creation here, where you get to just really get to decide like how many seconds in should this happen, how many seconds in should that happen, and so forth. And this is also the same elements that if you did a film, you'd imagine your film would just be here, and then this is how you can stack like the time of like when things are going to come in. So I'll play this for a second. So it's not the most exciting video, but you can see how this guy is coming in too. And there's gonna be like a blue block. Yeah, see? And then, yeah. So a little less exciting than the InVideo AI videos, but that's not necessarily true. This video in particular, you can make really exciting, really high quality videos that you would never expect were made with Canva. Some really impressive stuff can be made with Canva for sure. And so the big question is, how do I get to where you can add text, you can add the shapes, but not everyone always knows how to add the timestamps. And that's why you want to click right, and then so right now I have the element timing visible, and this is called, in Canva's world, we call this element timing. So if I hide element timing, then it all goes away and I can't see any of the element timing, right? But if I click show element timing, then it will all be there. Now, when it comes, like for example, I clicked on this blue thing, but before editing anything, it would just always be there, right? But say I wanted it to come up later, right? So then now, what's gonna happen is, I start from the beginning though, and it's not gonna be there yet, right? But if I wanted that to be there from the beginning, I could slide to the beginning, right? And it's there right at the beginning, right where we want it to be. And you can do that with any element, right? And then of course it's easy, just like any video editor, to you can put this before or after, slide these around, make these longer or shorter. If you do film, you can make little clips and put them all together. Some students in the past have done product reviews, where they actually had their product ready to go. One was a food-based product, so the video was 10 people around Fort Myers trying out the food and giving a review, and that was perfect for a 3-minute video. And all they did was use Canva to edit it all together and threw in some music and some text to make it even more exciting for the video. Okay, so yeah, as I said, please feel welcome to reach out, and if you have any questions whatsoever, again, the 3 options would be to either film yourself, either use InVideo AI, which if I'm honest is what I would most likely do unless I had some reason to do the filming, or use Canva, and you can use Canva if you'd like to. So whichever one you would prefer, the most important thing is creating a 3-minute YouTube video, okay? And so if you have any questions at all, please reach out. But ultimately, the deliverable for this, regardless of what you choose to use to create it, the deliverable is linked to your YouTube video published on your YouTube channel for this class, okay? And I would love to see those tags, okay? All right, but I gotta let you go. I'll see you next time, okay? All right.